Welcome to Fight Talk TV, the show where we don't do low blows, but only verbal KOs. I'm your host, Patrick Kuitunen. First order of business is this past weekend's fight between David Haye and Tony Bellew. The Bomber got the 11th round stoppage victory. Here to talk about the fight with me live in studio is Mr. Tom Bennett from KT Boxing. Tom, welcome to the show.
How's it going, Pat?
Now let's get down to it. Why did Tony Bellew win this fight?
Tony Bellew won the fight because he came in with a superior game plan. Haye thought he could run through Bellew, and that wasn't the case. Haye came in looking clumsy, throwing big, wide shots. Bellew remained composed and got the better of Haye on the boxing department.
This was considered one of the bigger upsets of the year so far. How big of a loss was this to Mr. David Haye?
I mean, this was a tremendous upset, Pat. I came in seeing odds that were 20-1 in favour of David Haye knockout. But for Bellew to just stay in there, take the power of the bigger man, and outbox him, it was a great performance by Bellew. But at the same time, it was lackluster from Haye, and I'm not sure how his career can recover from this.
Will David Haye retire?
I mean...
Should he retire?
Should he? I think so. But he's spoken to Carl Froch and said he wants another go at Bellew, and then he's going to get another world title. So no, I don't think we've seen the last of David Haye.
Fair enough. Moving on to another big-time bout, that was Keith Thurman versus Danny Garcia. Thurman obviously ended up with the split decision victory. Tom, what are your thoughts about the contest?
Well, this was a very important fight. The welterweight scene is totally opened up since Manny Pacquiao has been on the decline and Floyd Mayweather's retired. This is one of two fights that was going to set the course for the rest of welterweight history. And Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman went to war in a great fight where Keith Thurman really exhibited a great boxing mind and totally outclassed Danny. And what was given to him on a split decision really should have been unanimous. But yeah, a great performance from Keith Thurman.
You mentioned the welterweight division. In terms of the welterweight division or the future of the welterweight division, what does this result mean in the greater scale of things, in your mind?
Well, right now we have a standout welterweight. We've got a unified champion, Thurman holding the WBA and now the WBC title, which used to belong to Danny Garcia. But along the line, we've got another big title fight coming up between Errol Spence Jr. and Kell Brook. This fight will show us who the other defining welterweight is. And these two will go to war at some point, and we'll know who the best fighter is in the world at 147 pounds.
This fight, as we know, was put together by Al Haymon and his PBC Boxing. Is PBC Boxing breathing into new life, into the sport? We all know about the lawsuits and some controversial stuff between Oscar De La Hoya and the part where, Haymon is working as a promoter and as manager. What's your take on Premier Boxing Championship?
I mean, I've got a lot of praise for Al Haymon in this department because Premier Boxing Champions is bringing boxing back to the mainstream. It's free, and where a lot of people have been pushed away by the whole pay-per-view aspect of the sport, this is really bringing in a fresh life to the game. And I believe that this is their highest rated show so far, peaking at 5.1 million viewers, and also being the highest watched broadcast since 1998. So yeah, it's a good thing. Premier Boxing Champions is working out very well for the sport of boxing.
Tom, good stuff as always. Thank you for the visit. Now it's time for our final topic of today, which of course is Gennady Golovkin versus Danny Jacobs at the Madison Square Garden on March 18th. Here with me in studio is the other half of KT Boxing, Mr. Kieran Rajan. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Patrick.
How tough of a test will Danny Jacobs be for GGG?
Well, Patrick, I think Jacobs represents a clear step up in opposition, in class of opposition as well. And the fight fans have been calling for this, GGG stepping up and fighting a legitimate middleweight contender. I'll probably go as far to say as he is the number 2 middleweight in the world, Danny Jacobs. And I think he brings to the table many stylistic problems that Golovkin is not accustomed with. But the fact that he is a very technical sound boxer puncher, he is arguably the finest fighter Golovkin has faced in his whole career, and he has greater range, and he's bigger, he's taller, and he has high hand speed advantages.
What would you say are the key points in this fight?
First of all, I would say Gennady Golovkin's chin. His chin has proven very, very good over the years. He hasn't been dropped in over 300 plus fights, amateur and pro, so he's obviously very well equipped at taking a solid punch. And Jacobs' power will obviously be a big determining factor in this fight because he has hit everything he's hit, he has removed from consciousness. he has hurt many fighters, many top elite fighters, such as Peter Quillen in his last fight, where he looked more destructive than he had ever looked. And his ability, the ability of Gennady Golovkin to cut off the ring effectively will be a key point in this fight, because if he is able to swarm Danny Jacobs and cut him off and put a pressure on him and swarm him, it will be a very short fight.
Danny Jacobs went through cancer. He survived it. Is he still the same fighter as before?
Well, based on his last performance against Peter Quillen, we've seen that he seems very determined and still carries that punch, and he approaches the ring in the same fearless manner, and he still seems like the Danny Jacobs of old.
If GGG wins, will the Canelo fight happen? Obviously, we know Canelo needs to win his fight against Chavez Jr., but assuming that they both win, can this fight happen in 2017?
Well, according to head of Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya, he has stressed, quote unquote, that the fight needs to marinate and build. A mega fight like this needs time to build, and he has assured fight fans that the fight looks set to be made for the fall of 2017. And we have to hold Oscar De La Hoya to that account. And it's a great matchup. It's a matchup that needs to happen, because it's a classic boxer and brawler matchup, and they're the two marquee fighters in boxing right now, and it will be the biggest fight in boxing to be made.
All right, Mr. Rajan, appreciate the insight.
Thank you.
For the visit. This was Fight Talk TV. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.